Hey everybody, Richard at Richard's Vinyl Tap House. It is Good Friday and it is time for episode 11 of Vintage Vinyl Revisited, where I check out albums I have not listened to in years. And we're going A through Z. This is episode K. It's some killer Ks they are. So let's jump into it. First one being London based industrial punk whatever. This has a really apocalyptic feel. This is Killing Joke's debut album. It is fantastic, and I'm surprised I really haven't listened to it much over the years. Bought this when it first came out. Absolutely stellar on its Editions EG label. I think this is a U.S. pressing, but it was an import, Gem Imports. This is fantastic. Requiem, War Dance. Yeah, it has that dark apocalyptic feel, but side one is absolutely relentless. Fantastic album from Killing Joke. I have a lot of Killing Joke, but if I were to say where do you start here. This is essential listening for anyone interested in figuring out Killing Joke. They changed styles a lot over the years, but what a catalog. They are amazing. You knew if it's under the letter K that this band is going to show up in Kiss. This is Rock and Roll Over, came out in 1976. Their fifth album, I think for me, it was a later purchase, probably in the maybe around 1980. I know this was, like a repress, but hey, still has all the originals, has the order forms, and it has the puzzle stickers. I think they even included this in the reissue, which I also have that one too. This is a great album from Kiss. They really wanted to capture their live sound, and I think they, to me, exceeded expectations. It doesn't have that really boxy feel of their first three studio albums, and this one really hit hard, and it's not as lush and orchestrated and overproduced as Destroyer was. But I love this album. Standouts. God cannot see today. Dr. Love, Making Love, Ladies' Room. Mr. Speed was a surprise for me. I've almost forgotten about that song because I don't think they ever played that too much. So yeah, not the teardrop edition, but you know what? I'll live with that. Great album from Kiss. Always happy to revisit them. How about some of the Knack? Not their debut album, but their second album called But the Little Girls Understand. Kind of for me, this is kind of an underrated release in the Knack's discography. I like this album a lot. Came out in 1980. It's their second album. Definitely power pop. There are some standout songs on here. I Want You's a nice heavy hitter, very much like the Get the Knack, My Sharona. This is Sharona, by the way. Yeah. Unfortunately for this one, I mean, for the strength it has, what was this one? Can't Put Price on Love was a great song on here too. The song that really brings this album down is the super, super sappy How Can Love Hurt So Much at the end of side two. What a way to bring down an album, in my opinion. But yeah, you get a Kinks cover of The Hard Way. I think this is musically more interesting than their first album, but I can understand why the Knack purists would gravitate to the first album over this one. There's some kind of weird lyrics that are a little bit cringe in this album too. Speaking of cringe, Kissing the Pink. Don't let the suggestive name fool you. It's apparently also a snooker term, and that was where it came from, not the more suggestive elements of that one. 1983, English New Wave synth pop. Has kind of a krautrock feel to it. Dark lyrics, but you can dance to it. It's not a bad album. It's really interesting, to be honest. The last film, the opener on this one is fantastic. Big Man Restless were a couple of tracks that stood out to me on this one. Anything else interesting about this? I put solid artsy synth pop. Check out that cover art. Very disturbing. But yeah, what are you going to do? Good album, Kissing the Pink, Naked. Their debut album. I actually don't know if they did any others. Last but not least, gotta do K's, you gotta do Kraftwerk. Kraftwerk, I like these guys. This is a kind of for me an outlier. I picked this up at a record fair years and years ago, and honestly, I don't even remember ever playing it until now. So this came out in 1981. I put Electronica 101 because this album is often cited as an influencer for a lot of electronica and rap and hip hop artists. On top of that, African Bambaataa to Moby to Coldplay cite this album as an influence in their music. Go figure. So super highly influential. What else did I put? Recipe for combining music and technology. I guess that's a good way to put it. So those are 5 Ks for episode 11 of Vintage Vinyl Revisited. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great long weekend if you are of Easter celebratory mode and all of that. And hey, go Rockies! Home opener today. Take care.